Hey, it's Lou Bortone, and I want to show you around the newly designed Descript.com, and in particular, what they are calling Underlord. Underlord is Descript's new AI feature, and you can see it's over here on the right-hand side at the top. And when you click on Underlord, you'll see sound good, look good, repurpose, publish, and write. So from the top, the sound good area is where they have moved the studio sound and remove filler words, probably the two features that I use more than anything.com. So I can bring in my video, I can import my video, and it will still give you a full transcript here. The timeline's still here on the bottom. Your image is still here in the middle. Your scenes are over here on the left, but on the right, you've got all your Underlord and all your other things, project, scene, layer, record, etc. So sound good is where you will find studio sound, which I use for every single video. When you click on that, you can see that you can change the intensity of the studio sound or remove it altogether. This is also where you'll find remove filler words, which I have already done. You can remove retakes. So if you said something twice, Descript now knows to take the best take. Shorten word gaps, which I use quite a bit. So if I have word gaps of 1 or 2 seconds more, I can shorten them to half a second. So all of the audio and basic edits are under sound good. You can also then go under look good, where you can do the eye contact function, center active speaker, or green screen. And I've already done green screen here. You can see this was not my original background. So I applied the green screen and then I brought in this background from media down here. If you keep scrolling down, you can do create clips, which is pretty cool because you can basically tell it to create 10 clips of 120 seconds each, 2 minutes, or you can tell it to create 5 clips or 6 clips of 59 seconds, and it will go and find those clips. You can tell it what layout to use here too if you click the layout button. I'm going to leave that off, and then you just click submit, and Descript will give you the 10, 6, 59-second clips, just like that. So I can go to any one of these, and it's a different clip. And I can, this was just a screen grab video, but you can see here where they've created those clips from the original video. Also in Underlord, you'll see repurposing, create clips, create highlight reel, find highlights. And then under publish, it will give you a title or a summary or a YouTube description, which is really helpful. It will draft social posts. And then finally, and this is pretty new, is it will actually help you brainstorm, write a script, or write an outline. So they've added a ton of AI functionality here, particularly with the publish and the write, because again, I can go in here and say, make X amount of posts, 3 posts, and I can even give it instructions. And then it will just give me those 3 ready to post socials with the hashtags and everything. So but I can copy that and then paste it. Again, I can continue. This is almost like having ChatGPT built into Descript. Some of the other basic things that you'll need to know, the project is just the project files and all of your different layers and things. And then the scenes are, if you do have multiple scenes, this is where you would change the background. If you want to change the background color of your video, this is where you've got your blur, film grain, zoom blur. I never really used these that much. This is transitions. If you have many scenes, you can have a cross zoom or a blur or a crossfade as a transition in or out. If you want to create a new scene, you just create the / button here, and that adds a new scene. And if you keep going down the list here, you've got your layers. So these are all of, I only have 1 layer in this script, but if you had multiple layers, it would show you that. Now here I have multiple layers. So you can see here's my title, here's my script, here's my background, every layer it's spelled out, and here in the timeline. And then under the record function, again, you can record your audio only, your camera, or your screen, just like you do on Loom. And it's showing my mic here and all that good stuff. If you wanted to record, you could do it from here. Elements, this is important because this is where you'll find the titles and the subtitles. So this was a little hard to find at first. Okay, I just want to add my name under here. Where do I go for that? I go to Elements, and then under Elements, there's a big area for text here. You can also got shapes, dynamic text. This is where you'll find your waveforms. If you wanted to add a waveform to this video for any reason, let me play a little bit of it and we'll see how it looks.
Lou, and I want to show you my complete workflow for using Pictory.ai.
I know it's ironic that I'm using Descript to do a Pictory demo, but so you'll find your waveforms here, your progress bars, and also some overlays and things like that. That's all under Elements. For me, I use the lower thirds and the titles a lot. So I want to have that here. And that's different from the captions, which is new down here. And the captions are really cool because they've added a ton of styles. If I want to just have a standard yellow text as I'm talking, I'm going to click on that, take this waveform out so it's not in the way. And this is the caption that I've added.
This is exactly how I would turn a script or text into video using Pictory.
So there's your caption. And again, you can still have full control over the color, the font, the size, but they've added a ton of cool captions, as you can see. So you can switch it out anytime you want. Maybe you want to have a circle waveform caption thingy instead. So you have a lot more choices now in terms of applying captions to your video. So just click on the one that you want, and it will apply here in the project. There are all your captions. They have their own section now over here on the right. And then you can see here, I've got a blank background because I took out my regular background using the green screen function. So all of your captions are here now, a lot more choices, a lot more flexibility in terms of the styles. And then finally, at the bottom of the right-hand column here, you've got media, which is where you would get all of your backgrounds or B-roll or footage or GIFs or stickers. So again, you've still got all of the assets available to you from Unsplash if you're just doing a photo in the background, stock video. So just pick on the item you want or search for it. And if I want to put myself in this lovely pasture here, I can do that. I just have to change the layers around a little bit so that you'd actually see it. And all of your media is here under media, including stickers and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And last but not least, you've got your music on the very bottom. That really hasn't changed. It's just where you find it has changed. So there are a lot of new features, over 30 features with the latest update, most importantly, Underlord, but also a lot of things have moved around. So if you're lost, start here in the right-hand column. And again, you've got your music down here at the bottom. You've got your media, your captions, your elements, recording, your layers, which will show you all the different layers, your scene, here's all your scenes, and your project itself. And then finally, Underlord at the very top right, which is all of the new AI functions. But the rest of the layout is more or less the same. Up here, you'll still find where you can change the size of your video or the orientation. If you right click, you can still control your layer order. So I can send this to the back, or I can bring myself to the front. So lots of cool new features. It's just a matter of finding your way around the new user interface. And once you do a little bit in here, you see, okay, all of my Underlord AI stuff is here. All of my media is down here. I've got access to captions here, different elements, etc., your waveforms, overlays. So everything is there and more. It's just a matter of taking a little bit of a tour and finding your way around and getting used to the new layout. So good luck. If you have any questions, let me know in the Facebook group, and we'll see you online.